As the teams ran onto the pitch in front of the spectators for last weekend's Aviva Premiership match between London Irish and Exeter Chiefs, there was an extra pair of eyes hidden behind a screen. In the modern game, the role of the video analyst has become increasingly important, aiding teams in their match preparations as well as providing support and advice to the coaching staff during a game.
I was lucky enough to come to London Irish straight out of university. I did a Masters in Performance Analysis in Cardiff. For the first 3 years under Brian and Toby, gradually earned my stripes and started off as a video editor, and gradually using the rugby knowledge that I had as a player and then working with the teams as an analyst, and gradually got the respect of the coach, first up the coaches, then the respect of the players, and the ability to take meetings and be involved in game plan decisions, etc., etc. And that has allowed me over the last 2 years to come onto the coaching side at London Irish.
The technology and how to make the best use of it have developed rapidly.
When I first came in, it was like, well, everyone's doing it, so I suppose we should as well. But now teams know that the value in, you have to firstly be reviewing your own performance. If you don't review your performance, you're just going to be standing still, and standing still is going backwards, really. So to review to get better, but also to preview the opposition. We all, every club in the Premiership has access to every other Premiership game, and therefore you know exactly what every other team does. And having that knowledge allows you to change your game plan or tweak a few things to try and exploit opposition's weaknesses, but also change maybe your defensive strategies to try and defend against what you think are the opposition threats.
The way I really use it is I break the game down into 3 important, I call them battles, so key battles we talk about. The battle of the red zone, basically how well you defend your own try line and how efficient you are at scoring once you get into the opposition's 22. And then really, I call it the attack zone, but that's really the space between the 22s, how efficient you are compared to your opponent at building pressure. So either creating space or squeezing penalties out of your opponents, and then obviously what I call your exit zone. So how easy it is for you to get out of your own half, playing from your own quarter. So it's a very valuable tool. Rugby and the art of coaching is definitely an art as opposed to a science.
And the players have been quick to embrace the new technology.
It's important in terms of both reviewing what you've done and previewing for the next weekend. We're pretty lucky here that the boys who cut it up do it really well. Like, it gets split up into your attack, your defence, your kicking, your breakdown, everything. So whenever you're reviewing your game, you can go and look at specific clips. Like, I know if I miss a tackle, why, or whatever. If I miss a kick, it's easy to find. And then obviously in terms of preview, whenever we're playing whoever we're playing next week, again, their games are all cut up. So for me, I can go and look at how the opposition defend and then try and decide along with Whiff what players we're going to run this week.
It's all been cut up for me, so 7-man lineouts, 5-man lineouts, different various options that they use. The way that Exeter are defending, they're defending with their prop in behind their second row here, which is a space that we're going to try and attack this weekend. So if you just watch what Wasps do, exactly that, they just pick on that space. So this weekend we're going in against Exeter. Hopefully they defend the same way, and then we can attack that.
There are important pre-match preparations before the serious business kicks off.
It's an early start, got to get to the ground a lot earlier than the team to get everything set up, all the software and hardware that we take to games. It takes a while to set up, making sure that the TV footage is coming into your laptops fine. And then in-game, obviously high pressure situation, we as coaches need to know that the data that the boys are inputting is correct and accurate, because we've got our own key performance indicators that we want to be seeing in-game that will allow us to give a read on if we're doing the right things.
I'll basically be looking for trends in play, what we do well, what we don't do so well, what the opposition do well and not so well as well. And just looking out at the lineouts of scrum specifically, see which ones are working, which ones aren't working. And then from those lineouts we can then at half-time say, well, these ones weren't working, let's change it up. It's all about ongoing feedback to the coaches, see how best to attack and how best to defend, really.
And for the opening 50 minutes, all was going to plan. Marlon Yard's try took Irish 11 points clear. But then 2 late Exeter tries would give Brian Smith and his team plenty to analyse. Final score 29-23 to the Chiefs, a result that keeps them ahead of London Irish in the standings.
Most of the work goes on in the first half, and we managed to change a few things at half-time from the intel we took down at our iPads at half-time, changed up our line-out defence because of how Exeter came into the game. So, as always, it's a vital part of our equipment that we use and tools that we use to show the players. From here, we'll make sure the game's all set up, both angles, make sure all the coaches have got all that stuff before they leave the stadium. Then, as a coaching department, we'll look through the game. The guy at the Analyst will cut up the game individually, and then we'll go from there, come in Monday morning, and we'll start again, sort of thing.